Alright, gang, check it out. As promised, we got the guys from Without a Martyr in the studio tonight. Guys, how's it going?
Pretty good, man.
Cool, cool. Take a second, introduce yourselves, tell us what you do in the band.
Hi, I'm Eric Ross. I do the vocals and rhythm guitar.
Mike White. I do lead guitar.
Phil Longo, I play drums.
Rod Harper, bass.
Cool, guys, cool. So now, give us a little history on the band, man. How long you guys been together? When did it all start?
We've been playing a little over 2 years. It started with me and Phil, with a couple of our buddies. We kind of got together and was trying to get something going, and me and him kind of were the ones that branched out and kept, like, kind of started the project, and along the way...
was really dedicated to it besides me and him.
Yeah, and then along the way we picked up Mike on guitar, and then he taught us how to fucking play, and and then one of our close friends was playing bass for a little while, and he decided he couldn't do it anymore, and then we were blessed with Roderick here on bass.
Cool, guys, cool. So now, how'd you guys decide on the name Without a Martyr, man? Because it's kind of original, so...
That's all him on there.
It was
Eric.
a daydream. I got out of the shower, and I was drying off, and, like, I closed my eyes to, like, wipe my hair and face off, and there's, like, a picture in my mind of me, Phil, and two other people, but I couldn't really make out the face, and the bottom just said Without a Martyr, and then I don't know, I thought about it, and, like, we're really about, like, do-it-yourself kind of attitude, so, like, not really requiring sacrifice from a martyr or something, like, more do-your-own kind of deal, and catchy, and it stuck, so.
Cool, cool. So now, the songwriting. Would you say it's a group effort? Is it a one-person effort? How do you guys go about writing your tunes?
I would say group.
It's
more group effort, definitely.
Usually someone spits out a riff or something, and then we kind of all jump on it.
Yeah.
I'd say mostly Mike, though, on the guitar. He usually comes up with those catchy riffs, and we're all like, oh, we love it, let's join in, and then that's how it usually becomes.
Except for me, I'm kind of like, what the fuck do I play?
That's more of the newer stuff that we didn't really get recorded yet. But our hard, heavy shit comes from Eric, which is just brutal stuff. So.
Yeah, Mike's more on the technical side.
We say he's Mr. Happy and I'm Mr. Evil kind of deal.
Yeah.
It's the polar opposites.
We were thinking about
Yin and
doing
yang, right?
Opposites
like
attract, though.
Mario Wario.
Oh, shit. That's great. So, how would you describe your sound to people?
Like a metal hardcore mix with some death metal, heavy as fuck. It's hard to put like a genre to it because there's so many influences that play into it. Like vocal wise, I have more of like a death metal-y, deathcore-y kind of vocal sound when like, and then like our riff wise, like Slit the Throats and like Wrong Turn, they have like a lot of thrash to it. But then we have songs like Out for Blood and Excuses, which are more like on the core side of things, like more on the just kind of relentless chugging and watching people get punched in the face kind of deal.
We all have different styles, but
They all
interact well.
We got some funk and some jazz and some blues too in some of the songs.
I used to play a lot of like pop punk on drums and punk stuff, like the straight kick snare and stuff. He was always into the heavier stuff.
Cool, man. Cool, guys. Cool. So now, you guys play a lot of live shows. What would you guys say are the best and the worst things about the live gigs?
The best thing is like when you have a full room of people watching you and everybody's like into it, and like I'm a very commanding frontman, so like when they listen to everything, if I say jump and you have the whole place bouncing, that's real cool. The shitty part is like when you like travel real far to a show and like no one's there for your set.
That is, I have to agree with that.
It's like
that is the worst.
You travel like 2.5, 3 hours, and you get there, you're like, oh, this place is gonna be great, fuck yeah. Get in there, and it's like, dude at the bar, you're awesome for watching our set, fuck yeah.
Okay, guys, top two answers. The sound guy and the bathrooms for the worst things at gigs.
Sound guy. That's my opinion. Not always, but like I hate when you're on stage and they have monitors facing you and you're asking the sound guy, like, yo, can I have some vocals or some, rhythm guitar, bass, or whatever inside my monitor? Can you turn me up a little bit? And they just don't do anything. Or they give you, like, 2 seconds to set up, and it's like,
Yeah,
all right,
or if
sound
I'm
check.
trying to warm up and get, like, ready to play the show, they're like, stop it, you can't do that. I'm like, trying to get comfortable on my set,
You're putting your amp head on the cabinet, and they're like, check the stage right guitar. And it's like,
We just got up here.
We didn't even plug it. That's awesome. Oh, guys. Strangest gig you guys ever played?
The house
Binghamton,
show.
New York,
I heard
house
it
show.
right there.
Binghamton.
Binghamton, yep.
we drove up to Binghamton, and we pulled out, and these kids came over, and they're like, oh, we'll watch your shit. And we're like, no, that's kind of, we don't know anybody up there, so we're a little sketchy. We go around the block, and, like, halfway up, then we get to a full brick courtyard, and, like, they're all destroyed and bumpy,
Yeah.
and, like, we're putting the cabinets, like, they're bouncing, one wheel broke.
Yeah, I broke mine.
We finally get to these stairs that, like, if you poked it, you probably would have got tetanus.
Yeah.
It was-
All the way to the top. It's like 3 flights up. You get up there. We load into, like, a hallway. It's some dude's apartment. We played in this kitchen, and it was packed. There was, like, 50 or 60 people there, and it was, like, in some dude's apartment. We played in his kitchen. There was pits. People are crowd surfing.
There was
It was-
also a mattress on the floor.
yeah.
We picked up against the wall.
It was
It was so awesome.
It was awesome.
Drunk
but-
chick passed out on the couch in the hallway. Drums. Everything's going. She's
Ow.
like, ow. Her friends are violently shaking her. And the best was the guy at the end,
Yeah.
where everyone's sitting at the merch table, and this guy comes out of the back, and he's all groggy, rubs his eyes, and then he says,
Well, he was like sitting there. He's got this real long beard and everything. He's got missing teeth. He's got crumbs of food in his beard. And like he's just all quiet. He sits down all quiet and everything. And everyone's talking, socializing, and he's like, shut up! And everyone kind of looks over at him. And he's just like, quiet. And everyone kind of gets quiet and they're listening to him. And he's like, I got this fucking thing, right? And it's like this and it's fucking this. He's like, fucking Donkey Kong. And everyone's like, what? And then he pulls out a bag of pills and he's like, you want some cranium?
Yeah, he's offering me pills and stuff. He offered me a beer. I'm like, sure, I'll take a beer. And he's like, oh, go grab one out of the fridge. I go in the fridge. There's a beer with, like, seriously, like a little mouthful left. He's like, yeah, take it. I'm like, I'm okay, thank you.
It could have been like day old piss.
Yeah, exactly.
a little splash of ass at the bottom. I'm like, yeah, I want to drink people's backwash.
And then he was getting
No, thank
upset
you.
that you didn't eat the cranium.
Yeah, he was mad at me because he gave me them. I'm like, I don't know what they're. I'm not gonna take them. And he's like, take them. He's like, did you take them yet? I was like, yeah, I took them. Just playing bullshit with him. I was like, I didn't really take them. Wasn't going to. He's like, no, you didn't. He's like, I watched you. You didn't take them yet. Take them. I just left. I was like, I can't do this anymore.
Did you take them? No. No.
He was sad.
It was sad. Oh, shit. Guys, the first song I want to play tonight, Wrong Turn. What can you tell us about it?
Wrong Turn's more of like an emotional song. We wrote this for Phil's brother. He was going through a hard time with drugs and pretty much making a wrong turn in life. And we wanted to write some kind of a song as like a wake-up call to like him and other people and like just touch more home with people about like an emotional topic. And it's,
Something people can relate to.
yeah.
Very cool. All right, gang, check it out. This is Wrong Turn from Without a Martyr. We'll be right back with the guys.
why you do this to yourself. People brothers are fucking scattered. I don't know where to begin. When everything feels so together, it's broken. Off your feet.
Alright, gang, welcome back. You guys just heard Wrong Turn. From Without a Martyr, guys. How's it going? What do you think so far?
I'm having a blast.
Yeah, I'm having fun.
It's definitely awesome.
Cool, guys, cool. So now, guys, when did you first pick up your instruments? When did you know this is what you wanted to do?
I picked up guitar I dabbled with it when I was little, but like I didn't really get full interest until I was about 17 or 18, and I learned one full song, and I was like, I don't know, I never thought I could do like a full song with like a guitar solo or something like that, and like I learned it, and I was just like, well, if I could do that with enough time, practice, and effort, I could keep going. So I kind of picked guitar up about maybe 2 or 3 years ago, and vocals about 2.5 years. We needed a vocalist, and I always wanted to do it, and I just went with it and sounded good, and I'm getting a lot better now. And
A lot better, yeah.
so
Cool. Mike?
I'm not really sure how old I was, but like my brother gave me a guitar that was handed down to him, and then he handed it off to me, which I just sold to my boss, which might actually be listening right now. So what's up, Eddie? And so it was a nice guitar. And I think when I finally got like serious about playing guitar was probably when I was maybe like 16ish. That's when I like started really teaching myself. And yeah, it's kind of, I don't really want, I've gone through a lot of jobs with this band because we put a lot of devotion and time into it. So
Cool.
yeah, I'd say about 16ish, you know.
Cool. Phil?
Me, I was about maybe 4 or 5, and I always told my dad I wanted a drum set. So I think it was that Christmas actually, he got me a practice kit, and ever since then, that's all I did was listen to cassettes. So like a lot of like 80s stuff, and my dad would have me play to it, and I was able to keep a beat at 4 or 5, and it stuck with me until now. I got my Mapex kit when I was about 7 or 8. That was my first like real kit, and I actually still have it and still play it to this day.
Oh, cool. Very
So
cool.
I was always dedicated, definitely.
Awesome. Rod?
I started playing guitar, like acoustic, when I was like 10 or 11. My uncle dropped one off at my house for me. He had an extra one. So I started doing that, and I've been playing electric for like a long time, still to this day. But then I picked up bass maybe like a year ago, and I was just messing around, and just like having the guitar background is, you know, way easy for bass. It's just, I love the bass. Every time I listen to music, I hear the bass, and I'm like, I always want to play it. And then I just switched over, and I just love it. So.
Yeah, no, I agree, because I started off on guitar and then switched over to bass, so yeah, bass was a lot easier.
It's weird going back to guitar. Like, you
Yeah.
play bass for like months.
Yeah.
I just played guitar last night, and I'm like, my fingers, everything's so small.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Exactly, yep. So now, who would you guys say are your personal musical influences? Eric?
personal musical influences, Slipknot is up there. Slipknot was like my favorite band growing up, and like I didn't get to spend too much time with like my parents when I was like a young teenager and stuff, so I was like always referring back to music, and Slipknot was always like kind of my go-to band. So I would say like Slipknot, Whitechapel more recently. I've been like obsessed with them, like so probably like Slipknot, Whitechapel, I Declare War, something about those.
Cool. Mike?
My mom got me into Zakk Wylde. I don't know if you ever heard the album Book of Shadows.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the shit right there. And, like, I don't know. He's amazing. So that's kind of like my idol in guitar. And then, like, heavier-wise, I never really got into the music that we play until I met Eric. And I was always, like, you know, the guys that sang, like, you know, they had no balls and stuff, and sing like girls. But, you know, I'm starting to it really grew on me after about, like, a couple months of being with these guys. And, like, I'd probably say everything Eric said, because he got me into a lot of music I'm into.
Cool. Phil?
My biggest one would probably be Travis Barker. There's something about the way he plays drums and uses like his high-ass accents and everything. I always was in love with Travis Barker. He was definitely one of my biggest inspirations.
Cool. Rod?
I'm slowly getting more into what these guys listen to like every day, but I started listening to like Blink-182 and all that for years.
Yep.
And then I'm slowly getting into it, but you know, I love Led Zeppelin, and right now I'm like in a Tool kick. I just can't stop listening to Tool. The bass in that is just amazing. I just love it.
You're
Cool.
a tool.
Yeah.
I think the first real heavy band we got robbed with was I Declare War.
Yeah.
The friggin' Malevolence
Oh.
intro
Yeah.
has this like overdriven bass in the car. He just like looks over at us like, what is this?
It wasn't. It was a truck, a 2-seater truck with all of us in it for 3 hours and 3 hours back.
That was a comfortable drive.
Oh, very. Me and Rod got extra close that night in the car. I was sitting on his lap the whole time.
The
My
tent
leg
was the
went numb.
worst.
Yeah. Couldn't feel my leg. I got out of the truck and I just couldn't stand. I felt the blood going through my leg.
Jesus. So when you guys aren't writing, rehearsing, playing out, what do you guys do for a day off, man? What do you guys do for fun? Eric.
Get stoned and lay around. It was like we always fucking practice and rehearse and always something music. So I guess that's the downtime is like smoking, playing games, watching movies, trying to get laid like everybody else. Shit, that's life.
Mike, what do you say?
Probably kicking back a couple beers, playing some hacky sack, playing some frisbee, and cars. I like cars.
Cool, man. Cool. Phil.
Video games, definitely on my days off of work. That's all I do is play video games or play drums.
Cool. Rod.
Yeah, I'm kind of like Phil, video games and stuff. I've been dwelling a lot with Netflix. It's kind of been my monthly thing every day, so I don't know. Just kicking back.
Cool, guys.
So pretty much we're always practicing.
Yeah, we're always
practicing or lounging, one
yeah,
of the two.
we're laid back.
So now,
guys.
what would you guys say is your most epic moment so far?
Probably we opened for Upon a Burning Body in Lorna Shore, and for Wrong Turn during like where the gang chorus is, I usually put my guitar down and I dive out to the crowd and I get everybody down, and like we had the entire place down on their knees, kind of like a Slipknot with the jump up, and we had everyone down on their knees, and like they jumped up after I was like hanging on the rail and shit, and it was just like pure pandemonium out there, like the pit just exploded and like
there was well
people,
over 200
crowd
people on the
killing,
ground
hitting
on
us.
that part.
Yeah, people got kicked out that day. It was just like
Yeah,
Oh, shit.
that was. I have to agree with
it was
Eric on
calm
that
until we
one.
played. Like,
Yeah.
it just people got kicked out once we started going at it.
Oh,
And
shit.
then,
That's awesome.
Yeah, that was definitely one of the epic moments.
Cool. You guys all agree that that's your
Yeah.
That and the All Stars tour. We last year, we also this year will be part of the All Stars tour down in Reading and Reverb in Reading, PA. But that was like our first big crowd,
Yeah.
and we're like, oh, we're probably not gonna have a pole or whatever. We go on the outside stage and there's like 300 people out there, and we're like, holy fuck.
Yeah, that was
Like
our
the
first-
most we ever played for was like maybe like 90 people prior to that, and we go on, there's like 200 people, and everyone's like waiting, and we're like, oh man, the adrenaline rush
now.
kicked in. Those were two probably.
Yeah, I'd have
moments
to
that
agree
were
with
up
Eric.
there.
Definitely the best two.
Yeah.
I think for me, like the vintage, I thought was a cool.
Yeah, that
was,
too.
I love that.
That was mine.
We did a
Definitely.
the hometown show, and it was just like all diehard fans. Like it was like 100 degrees in the friggin' building. Everyone's like passing out, pools of sweat, and like
3 broken noses, like 5 concussions.
Yeah.
it's a good time.
My
Oh, wait, there's like people in the windows. I was like up on the balcony. I'm looking. I'm like, people are just going crazy. There's just like people trying to look inside. It was insane. I
Wow.
loved it.
So you're not having fun unless somebody's bleeding, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Not necessarily, but it's always a good time.
Yeah, it adds to it.
My favorite part about that EP release was because Mechanical was the first song that I helped write with this band. And then as soon as that intro kicked off, everybody kind of just started screaming. And that really made me feel pretty good.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Really cool. Okay, guys, let's take it the other way. Spinal Tap moments. You got any you want to share with us?
Bad moments?
Like
Oh,
just
let's
stuff
see.
you wish nobody saw.
Sleeping in the tent.
Yeah, sleeping in the
That the All Stars at the end with the Out for Blood with the breakdown.
Yeah.
Phil skipped one bar, and we all just looked back and we're like, "Yo,
That was my
what
first
was
time
that?"
messing up too. They're all looking back at me, and I had no idea I messed up. I was just so amped up from seeing everybody like swinging to like over 200 people watching us, and they're looking at me like, "Dude, what the hell you doing?" And I'm just standing there with I have the smile on my face. I'm still playing the breakdown like nothing ever happened, and they're just all like, "What'd you do?" Like I skipped a whole bar.
Oh, that's awesome. So now, guys, I gotta ask, because people are wondering, black shirts, white ties. What's that?
It kind of separates us. Like when we walk into a venue, like a lot of the local bands, they go up like just like dress how I am now, like a t-shirt, basketball shorts.
T-shirt,
As soon as they get off stage, they blend right in with the crowd. We walk in with the white ties and black shirts, and everyone's like, first thing off, they're in a band. They're performing because we're in like a uniform kind of deal. So it kind of separates you from the crowd, and it's like, oh, kind of like a darker style look to it, like more of a morbid kind of look.
Thrashing it out a little bit, cutting the sleeves and whatever.
I'm
Well,
the
also it's
outcast
hot
with
as-
the bow tie.
It's hot as fuck on the stage, so.
Got
But
the white suspenders too.
Yeah. So
it was kind of more of like a theme.
Right,
just
right.
kinda
Want to have an
Well,
image.
no, I mean, there was a ton of bands at the Metal Meltdown, and you guys stood out.
Mhm.
On day 2, I mean, you guys stood out. I mean, you achieved exactly what you wanted to do. I mean,
And for like people that if they didn't catch our name or anything, the next time they see us, they'll be like, "Yo, those are the kids in the white ties again." Like, watch their set.
yeah,
Let's
yeah.
catch their name. Let's grab some merch. Let's fuck the singer, something like that.
wishful thinking, or
I got my fingers and toes crossed. Oh,
that's awesome.
Oh, Eric.
Oh shit, guys! Next song I want to play, Frankenstein. What can you tell us about the tune?
bouncy, nice
awesome.
and bouncy.
This is my favorite one. It took me forever to learn it with these guys. I don't know why. It's easy, but I love it. It's like my favorite one, I think.
It's pretty tight, and that was probably my worst experience. That Metal Meltdown screwed up the solo. I was very mad at myself.
Yeah, you were.
Yeah.
Yeah, Frankenstein's one of my favorites.
Definitely one of my favorites, too.
It's a good
Very
one.
bouncy.
Cool. All right, gang. Check this out, Frankenstein
Yeah.
from Without a Martyr. We'll be right back. All right, gang. We're back with the guys from Without a Martyr.
I like my coffee black.
You just heard Frankenstein. Cool tune. Awesome tune, guys. Well, how's it going?
We're here.
Nice and warm.
It's awesome.
Yeah,
Pretty warm
I
up
know,
here.
right?
It's cool. I like it.
I gotta get the air put in.
I love it.
That's to the experience.
So, guys, now, would you guys say you've grown as a band since you first started, man?
Oh,
Have
my.
you evolved?
The worst. We put out probably the worst friggin' metal demo tape in like Scranton metal history when we first started, and like a lot of people were like, "I'm not listening to them. They suck." And then like they seen us live months later, and they're like, "All right, they got a little bit better." And like now we play it like one of our songs for them. They look at us like, "That's you guys? That's what?" But yeah, that was pretty bad. Like, we were formed, like, a month or two. Like, we just kind of... It was still predominantly me and Phil, so, like, we're just kind of throwing things together to hear how it sounds. And, like, it wasn't a bad idea. The bad idea was, like, we handed them out and, like, put it on YouTube. And then everyone listened. And we're first time listening back to our own music. We're like, oh, my God, this is fucking awesome. And then a month or two later, you listen back and you're like, oh, my God, why did we do that?
It happens.
So you definitely have grown.
Oh, we've grown by
Probably
leaps
in the
and
past,
milestones.
6 months, I think we've grown the most, though.
By leaps and milestones. I feel like every recording we put out is going to be like...
10 times better than the
It was like, we're still a real young band with and like, we're still all getting more used to playing with each other and like...
But we're starting to get comfortable with our sound and as a group now.
Yeah.
Right. And that's what I was talking to one of the guys I work with today, and I said, man, they're a young band, and they're this good. I want to see what you guys are going to be like 10 years from now.
I'd like to see that, too.
I can only imagine.
So, well, let me ask you that. Where do you guys see yourselves in the future, man? What is the goal for the band?
Goal for right now, I would say, go on a small tour once we get our van and everything. That's one goal I would like to see happen.
Yeah, once we get our van, then we're going to be trying to do like little weekenders, like a Friday gig in New York, Saturday in PA, and like Sunday in Jersey, go home and like kind of go around like our section of the map, like Connecticut, Ohio, PA, Delaware, border Canada, New York, all that, like kind of go in that circle. Like, so that's like the near future game plans. We're going to try to do weekenders. 10 years from now, I hope we're able to have like a nice, like maybe bus or something, because that's 10 years from now, so maybe we could have the money for it, and like hopefully like our music's got spread enough, and like we could actually do like even like tours, like even not like big fucking signed band tours, like even just touring around, like perform. I would like to perform at least in each state one time, just to say like that's an accomplishment. Like we went around this, we literally toured, as in like viewed the country. Hopefully to see more of the world and perform for more people.
That was one of my goals in the band too, definitely, to travel and see the world.
I'd say my goal would be like, I remember going to school with my friends and stuff, and like someone would pop in a new CD, be like, yo, check these guys out. And like, A Day to Remember is a really big famous band. I remember listening to them when they had like 300 views on YouTube, and now they're like millions of views. Mm-hmm. And like, I want to like one day be able to be walking past a group of kids like, yo, did you ever hear these guys? And like, just, to influence other people, like how I've been influenced. I think that'd be really cool.
What do you say?
I don't know. I think just kind of what Mike's saying, like just to be able to like kind of branch out to people, not even like, just to get the word out, but also for people to like enjoy it. And like, you go home, you're like, I can't wait to listen to this song. It's on my iPod. It's at home. You put it in, you just relax and you love it. Or you go for a drive and you tell your friend, you're like, oh, just to like for people like to be in like Utah and be like, oh, you hear these guys from PA, like, I know some bands in Colorado that I love and they're not signed, but I tell my friends here and they love them, and it's it's just something like that.
Networking.
I love to get that around,
Stronger network.
Yeah. So now, guys, what advice would you guys have for bands just starting out today?
Practice. A lot.
Don't put out EPs that don't sound good.
Yeah, just practice a lot. Make sure all your members are dedicated. Like, you don't, if you're trying to be a little bit more serious with it, like, don't have people that are going to be fucking around, because, like, it's only hurting you and slowing you down. Like, say you had a guitar player that wasn't really too good, and, like, he kind of wasn't, like,
He's not good.
and he was, like, missing practices and whatnot, or, like, not showing up. It's like, and they won't, none of the rest of the group wants to kick him out. Or it's like, nah, if you want to move forward with the band, you gotta, they might be your friend or whatever, you gotta cut your losses. You treat it more like to a point you have to treat kind of like a business.
Yeah.
You have to have that business aspect. But
We still have fun though, but we do
definitely have fun.
Oh,
That's
definitely.
that's the
Number
fuck.
one.
Yeah, that's the number one thing about is
Definitely.
have fun.
And do what you love. Don't change your ways because other people tell you like you guys suck or something. Right when I joined these guys, I told somebody at work, and they're like, "Oh, I don't like them." And I asked them like, "Well, why don't you like them?" They didn't give me any good feedback. And I was like, "I just want to know like why. Like what can we change?" And they're like, "Oh." So it's just like that kind of deterred me for a second. I'm like, "Oh, people might hate me," or like you just got to do what you love in life. Like doesn't matter what. That's
exactly.
for a band to do that. You'll be unique. You'll do whatever you love, and people will follow you for like your charisma towards it. So,
Cool,
And-
guys.
and become a family because we've become a family.
Definitely,
Like a dysfunctional family.
Yeah. Very
Bandmans.
dysfunctional.
Awesome, guys. So now, are you guys on a label? Are you looking for one?
Right now we're in a battle of the bands. It's going to be online tomorrow. If you go on the Without a Martyr Facebook page, we'll be posting about it. It's to get I believe a record contract with a small label based out in Canada, which I feel would be the correct direction to go with the band, is to try to get onto like a smaller label that could help us get our name more established in like the surrounding areas, like something based in New York or like Lower Canada or somewhere in PA. So we're hoping to get signed to like a smaller label for right now.
Unless there's a big label listening right now that's like, yeah, these guys are the shit.
Yeah, we're not against that either. We'd go with that too. That'd be pretty cool.
That'd be ideal, but
All right. Anna? Oh, guys. So now, let's talk about the social networking thing. Back in my day, like, we always talk about hanging flyers on telephone poles and hoping it didn't rain before the show, But, social networks, man. How's it help you guys?
With how today is, it's like the flyer thing. Like nowadays, kids aren't gonna read and shit. Kids have their faces in their fucking phones on Facebook, so it's like one of your best bets is to go off the social media sites like Twitter, Facebook, and all that stuff and promote, because that's where most of our younger generation buries their face in their phone on the fucking Facebook all the time. So it's like, if we put a flyer at the Sunoco, people are gonna walk by, but that one kid that's bored sitting on Facebook, he might scroll past and I'm gonna click on it because I have nothing else to do with my life. So it's becoming more of a key essential with like our generations. Like you have to have as much presence online as you do in person. Like you have to be as strong. It's like kind of like a two-faced thing. Like you have to be yourself on stage and stuff, but you have to uphold an online presence, and the weaker half of either or will affect the other side.
Right. And now another thing, like I always say with the bands, nowadays, because there's so much social media, a band today, not that you guys wouldn't want that major label record deal, but you almost don't need it nowadays.
Yeah, you could be. There's been a lot of bands that have been very successful in the do-it-yourself, and for the most part, like as long as you network properly, you could pretty much make a career without having to have signed to a label or anything. It's pretty much like a good reflection off your fan base. If all your fans are like, "Hey, check these guys out, they're my friends, they're awesome," like that's helping a lot. Like, and branching out.
Cool. All right. Very cool,
right.
man.
Well,
Well, now speaking of which, where can the listeners find Without a Martyr?
You can find us pretty much on almost any social media site. We're on Twitter, we're on Facebook, You can find most of our music on YouTube. If you want to buy our CD, it's a free download. Go to bandcamp.com. Type our name in the search bar, and our Pitch Black EP will be up there for a free download. So download it, show your friends. Pretty much anywhere. Reverb Nation, we got our faces all over the place.
I think you can even donate and stuff too.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
You could actually, with the Bandcamp too, you could donate, because we have all the songs up there for free, because it's more likely you're going to buy a CD from one of your like signed artists that you listen to that you could just walk down to FYE, and like the younger kids, they don't have to ask their mom for the credit card to download it. So if we put everything up there as a free download, then like I know when I was little, my mom wouldn't let me use like her credit card or anything. And it's like, you know what I mean? Like, and even as older, like why would I let my kid do that?
Right.
So it's like thinking back if I was that age and it's like, oh, I want to download this local band CD, but I don't have the $3 on a credit card, or my mom won't enter the info or whatever. Instead of that, they could just straight up download it, and then it eliminates a lot of problems, and it helps promotion, because like right now we're trying to get our name more out there instead of trying to do like make money or anything. We want people to more or less know who we are. You know, like that same thing like when you go to a regular show, it's like with the merch, you know, you have to try to strike some kind of deal. It's like, oh, they could buy their favorite signed band's merch for almost the same price as a local band. It's like we pretty much sell our merch at almost exactly what we pay for. We're not really making money off it, but the deals we hook people, like $5 shirts. You know, that band over there is $20, or that local band's $15 for a shirt. Well, we have $10. Let's buy their kid's shirt. They're going to give us a free CD with, and then we could get pizza afterwards. You know, we still have money.
Yeah, no, that's actually
from like a broke kid status.
Yeah.
right.
We can understand.
Well, I mean, and then getting back to like earlier, like when you were talking about business, this is smart business.
Yeah.
It really is. It really. I mean, are you going to be filthy rich tomorrow? No.
No.
But it's smart business, man. You're getting your name out there. The promotion is unbelievable. Yeah.
You have to be friendly competition to a point.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
We spend hours making CDs, and then they're gone within 2 seconds.
Yeah. Like 100 CDs, and we didn't make like a dime off it. But as long as people are getting the music, showing their friends, and sharing our name, then that's all that matters to me.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right. Right. So now, friendly competition. Let's like going back to the Metal Meltdown, man. I can't believe. I wouldn't even say friendly competition or competition. I would say the camaraderie, the brotherhood, man.
Yeah.
Like all the bands in this area.
A lot of bands around here stick tight together, which is really awesome, because it's such a diverse scene in the Scranton metal.
Yeah. I heard every subgenre at that metal fest.
Yeah, pretty much.
Every
You got
subgenre metal, I heard that.
You got Earthmouth, they got like a stoner doom metal kind of deal. You got Prosody, they're like more of like a brutal in your face kind of deal. Beyond Fallen, they got like that power metal
There's
kind of
one band
stuff.
with those like squeals and stuff. They're
Ominous.
Yeah,
They're like a
Ominous.
straight
Ooh,
death metal.
they
Dude,
were
those they
awesome.
kicked ass. I liked every band that played there was pretty awesome.
And
That
then-
Psycho Prism made me feel like I never could
Unbelievable.
play a guitar again. That dude
You know,
fucking
that's what I
shreds.
talk about. There was a group of guys in front of Bill, the guitarist there from Psychoprism, and that group of guys were all the guitarists from all the other bands.
Getting put to shame. We had to go on after them, and it's like we got a lot of little chugs.
Yeah, I was looking at Mike the whole time, and I'm like, we gotta go on after these guys. I'm like, okay, and I'm like, I feel like a teenager right now going against like a 40-year-old like muscle builder dude. I'm like, I can't do anything.
And I was talking to him after the show, and he's like, "Oh, you know, I messed up a couple times." I'm like, "I wish I could mess up like that." You know? Unbelievable.
That guy was crazy.
He was unbelievable, man. But
He
yeah,
really
but the
was.
camera, you'd never think like a coal cracking, you know, burnt out valley, you know, that we got this awesome metal scene, man. It's unbelievable.
More people definitely need to know about Scranton metal bands. While you're listening, check out Earthmouth, Prosody, Cause of Affliction, Threat Point, Slapjaw, our boys in Slapjaw. And don't forget to check out Without a Martyr.
Absolutely right. No, shameless plug, but that's the way you got to do it, man. That's it. That's it.
I'll say our name as many times as it needs to be stuck in someone's head.
Absolutely,
Even if they're at
man.
work the next day, like, Without a Martyr, like, that asshole kick ass.
Awesome, guys. Awesome. So now, guys, upcoming shows. What do you got going on?
We have a Battle of the Bands on June 28th at the Sounds Asylum in Middletown, Orange County, New York. We have tickets for sale for that. Anyone that hits us up on Facebook, we could hook free tickets up. We're trying to just have more of our New York crowd be there than trying to actually like sell tickets, because no one fucking buys tickets. And that leads us into July. We are in the Battle of the Bands for Warped Tour, and on our, like I said earlier, on our Facebook, check it out. We have the link there. I think there's only like a week left of voting, and we need as much support as possible with song plays and stuff. So if that everything plays out like we're hoping, we could say July 9th we could be playing at the Warped Tour in Scranton, but that we can't really confirm that because it's the battle's not over yet. But more set in stone gigs, we have July 20th at the Reverb in Reading, Pennsylvania. We're second stage at the All Stars Tour. Now, anybody that's going to there's a big main stage where all the touring bands are. But if you go outside where they have their everybody has their cigarettes, there's going to be a second stage outside with all kick-ass local bands. Our buddies Beyond Black Skies from Philly, our Waking Deception. A couple of our buddies are all going to be over there. And we'll be playing out there, too. We're probably going to be shooting a live music video for the set. So that'll be pretty cool. And then August 3rd, we're back at Reverb again for what's called the Great American Thrash, with a lot more of more hardcore bands like Gideon, Black Tongue. They're like a down-tempo, beat-your-face-in band. It's their first U.S. tour. They're from Britain. They just got signed to Century Media. We're opening for those guys, so we have some tickets for sale for that, but I believe that is going to be our first-time main stage at Reverb, which will be cool. And then
from what I hear, that's an awesome venue.
Reverb's
an actual stage, right?
Reverb's my
big stage.
Reverb's my favorite place we've played so far.
Yeah,
we didn't even play main stage. Just the venue itself is awesome. It's just a giant concert.
And it's got a center bar, which is cool.
Yeah, the center bar's
shit.
cool.
I've never played there yet, so these guys talking about it all the time.
You're
they
gonna
talk about
love
like
it,
it's
dude.
Christmas, so I'm excited. I don't want to, think about it too much, but when I get in there, I'm just gonna be like,
Right.
Then a special treat is me and Phil are turning 21 2 days apart from each other. I'm August 15th and he's August 17th, which just so happens to be Friday to Sunday. So on that Saturday, we're trying to set up a kind of local show for like a birthday bash. Once it hits midnight and he could actually drink with us, we're going to get completely trashed and have a good time. But that's about like our couple shows that we have booked. We'll probably be doing a lot more like local Scranton bars once the whole group is 21. Me and Phil are the last in line. But as for right now, that's all we have. We usually take a break during October and November. We're actors at the Reaper's Revenge Haunted Hayride, so we usually take a little bit of downtime. We're probably going to end up recording a new single. We're writing for like a new album, so like during that time we'll probably be spitting out a new song. So
Cool. Awesome, guys. Awesome. Wow, man. So you got a lot going on.
Yeah, busy summer.
we try to
Yeah.
fill up our schedule as much as possible.
Every weekend, really, just because of work.
It's usually Saturdays.
Yeah. So well, now going back to 2-day birthday bash, you planning it? You looking for bands?
Yeah, we're definitely planning it. I was talking to a couple venues now. I personally wanted to do like a kind of like 3-day weekend thing because I'm like that. I'd like to play at a bar on Friday for my birthday, somewhere in the between, and then to close it out on Sunday, and then sleep all day Monday for 3 days. It's 2 21st birthday parties, so there's definitely going to be a lot of alcohol consumption.
Someone's gonna die.
Hopefully not me.
Also, I want to throw together kind of like a big mosh fest in Scranton. I'm hunting down a warehouse, any fucking place we could play at that will allow people to actually mosh. Because, like, we played at the Vintage, and it's like a small little cafe. Like, if you mosh, you're going to be hitting into people, and, like, we want a nice big stage, and, like, something we could start at 4 in the afternoon and run till 11, just have bands play all friggin' day. Kind of like the Meltdown, but,
Right.
more something locally in Scranton, because Scranton kids are like starved, man. There's nothing for them. They're all fucking metalheads. They'll mosh to anything. You have an acoustic band, and they'll start friggin' moshing. These kids, that's what we're trying to help them. We're trying to help them get that anger out.
Oh yeah, right. Holy shit, that's awesome. You know that's what we need. We need like an all ages venue,
Definitely.
man,
There's
around here.
There's nothing around here.
There was, but not anymore, really.
Yeah. We need something for... Because, like, there's nothing to do, and kids are getting in trouble and graffitiing or, like, causing trouble and breaking shit, and it's like, because they have nowhere to go. Every place that's for them, some fucking scumbag has to destroy, and it's like, why? Because now there's no place for kids to go, and then they get into worse shit, and they grow up way too much faster than they're supposed to, and now you'll be at my age, like 2021, you're looking back and you're like, shit, I wish I was 13 again, like, I rushed growing up. And it's like, for what? Because there's like...
I wish I was 21 again.
Yeah. That's life, though. Like, every year we'll be like, oh, I wish I could go back to this age. But, like, I feel like kids are trying to grow up way too fast because it's like, Scranton, what's there to do? Oh, there's the bars. It's like, oh, so they want to rush to be 21 to go out and drink and have a good time until they get there, and it's like, fuck, man, this sucks.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
Drinking underage is way more fun. You get a little bit more of a rush.
No shit, man.
Breaking the law.
Awesome, guys. Next song I want to play, Mechanical. What can you tell us about the tune?
Oh, the beginning is nice and soft.
It's first song ever written with Iron Mike.
Yeah.
I gotta say, when I first saw these guys before I joined, I heard Mechanical. I heard the rest of the stuff. I think it was like middle of your set, and it was like they played Mechanical, and my eyes were like, oh my god. I'm like, I need to help these guys. Like, I want to be part of this.
Next to Wrong Turn and Frankenstein, I would say Mechanical's probably our most popular.
Yeah.
The intro definitely seems to get people, and then when it crashes in all heavy and it comes in like real thrashy and stuff. Yeah, I would say that's probably our most popular.
Song, yeah.
It's probably our most popular song that we have.
Cool, guys, cool. All right, listeners, check this out. Mechanical from Without a Martyr. We'll be right back.
of you sickens me. When you obsessed to fit in with society, pathetic, dreaming epidemic. Where's your freedom? Where's your choice? Let me hear you.
All right, gang, we are back without a martyr. Guys, share the good news.
Apparently
Exclusive. Fucking exclusive.
we just got a nice bump in our Warped Tour jumps. What's our percentage at?
I'm looking it up right
Oh,
now.
they're going.
I just got a text message and it said we're in third.
88.1.
No, we're still 88. No.
No?
No.
Nope.
Your girlfriend's a liar.
Nice.
Unless that one band dropped out or something, but
Maybe, yeah.
no. I don't see why they would. That'd be
So,
pretty dumb.
unofficially, you guys may have been bumped up.
Yeah, may have.
Chance we may have been bumped up, which
We don't
would be
know.
very good.
Mine doesn't really load properly. It takes like a day for it to actually load the proper
I'll check.
percentage.
Mine doesn't bring up the venue. Like when you search by venue.
See, mine's still saying this.
You know,
Yeah, we're
it's
still-
because we were eating wings before and we took a picture with that nun.
Yeah.
Probably
Yeah, we were eating
Hey,
wings.
whatever helps, man.
Where Rob was sitting in front of me, I told him, I was like, yo, hold up your beer real quick, and I snapped a picture, and there's this nun behind him, and we made it, like, I made the picture look like the nun was drinking the beer, and then, as soon as I put my phone down, I look up again, and she's drinking a beer.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, and I was just like, dude, she's drinking a beer right now.
I used to do that with my 80-year-old grandma. I'd walk in the room, she'd have a bottle of beer, and she'd be watching the Phillies game, sipping beer. And, Grammy, having a good time? Oh, yes, I am.
Awesome. Guys, let's talk about the making of Pitch Black, man. Tell us. Tell us everything.
It was 2 segments. We did the first 3 songs. We did Mechanical, Out for Blood, and Slit the Throats around
October.
October last year. And then we wrapped it up with Frankenstein, Excuses, Wrong Turn, and the Pitch Black around March, like beginning, middle of March. It was a cool time. We tracked it. We did like individually tracking. Like when last time we recorded like a demo and stuff, we all played it at the same time. Took it as like a live take. So this time we got kind of more in tune with like recording itself, like individually tracking and like, oh, that's screwed up.
Definitely
Got
learned a
trashed the
lot.
whole thing. Start again. It was a good time. We did it at SI Studios, Sound Investment Studios over in Old Forge with Phil's cousin Wiggy. He does a good job.
Okay.
Yeah.
We Jugdish.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep, that's my cousin.
Oh, cool.
So the recording of Pitch Black was a pretty good time. It went pretty smooth for the most part. Like, we did nothing but rehearse those songs.
My drum tracks went, like, I got them done in, like, my first 2 takes. They were perfect for me.
Like, we slaved hours and hours just rehearsing, because it's like, if you're paying for studio time, make your money's worth.
Yeah.
So, like, and it got annoying at to the point where it's like, oh, let's run these songs again. Everyone's like, Jesus Christ, dude. Like, no, like, let's not. We played them like 7 times today. I think we're good. And it's like, no, like, tighter than a nun's cunt. That's,
Drinking beer.
yeah. For the nun, if the nun is listening, we love you.
Sorry.
That's it. You guys are in last place now.
Points go down.
Yeah.
Quick, somebody take another picture. So now, what was the experience? I mean, did you guys want to kill each other? Or
Not really.
It was more like a get in, get it done, and get out.
Yeah, more like going to work. Like, we punched in, we did whatever we did to get the hell out of there and make it sound good.
Except getting paid, we were paying.
Yeah.
We weren't like PennDOT around here, holding the shovel for 8 hours.
That's great. You see the roads all tore up and you drive by and it's like, are they working on it? There's guy eating sandwich, guy on the phone, and then there's the guy like holding the flag and he's just like chilling. Like,
yeah, right? Yeah, falling asleep with the stop sign.
the reason why PA roads suck. There's your reason. But recording Pitch Black is pretty fun time. Like, it wasn't really too like stressful on each other because, like I said, we like rehearsed and like what we do is like we break down each instrument. Like, have Phil play the drums with nobody else, the songs, and like really hear his kick pattern and like all that, and then like everyone kind of play it by themselves, just so like you don't need to hear the other instruments, and it helps so much more once you actually could hear them. And it's good to get sections something like, oh, that's kind of off of just a hair, or hit that note or something, you could correct it, and then it takes less of your studio bill, being able to hear it back. And
I love listening to the music back after you record it.
Yeah,
It's cool. Yeah.
we normally like record off of one of our phones, like where we practice and stuff, and then like just the difference of like the studio, where like you can actually
You can hear
distinguish.
distinguish each
make the
instrument.
volumes correct and everything. It's way better.
Awesome,
It's pretty
awesome.
sweet.
Now, what do you guys think of Pro Tools, man?
I think that's one of the fucking things he used, honestly.
Is it? Yeah.
I'm not really too sure with all like recording engineering and all that. I'm not too uppity on that. I'm not sure all the things about it, but I think he did use Pro Tools for something with like maybe Guitar Tone or something. I don't know. I know we ran through the head that I want. We has a PV6505, and I just kind of wanted to like put in my. It's too big to put in your pocket, but like kind of hide behind my bandmates as we carry it out. I wish
Under the back of your shirt, right?
Yeah.
My favorite part about the recording was Eric ended up burping at one point.
I was gonna say that in a minute.
And then Wiggy, he just like kept throwing it in the song.
Randomly you'd hear him burping in the middle of the song.
That was a good take. And you just like replay
Yeah,
it.
he'd keep replaying it.
He'd be like, "This is my fun for the night."
Oh, that's awesome.
I think the funnest part in recording though is like doing the vocals to the Pitch Black, which is our outro. It's like kind of like a little whisper, like, and I do like a real like evil clown laugh, and then like this real big shriek, and like it's originally it's kind of like a bland song, but then like once that was mixed in with the vocals, it made it like so much
Turned
awesome.
into like a new song. It was awesome.
It was cool because like we were all like kind of tired at that point, and we were just like, oh. And then we weren't sure if we wanted to do like extra stuff. Like you didn't want to do like the thing on it, and I was like, you know what, might as well just go in there. We're paying for it.
Yeah.
And then I was talking to Mike, and like I was like, maybe you should go in there. I just started getting like really crazy ideas. Like he should just go in there and pretend he's going crazy. And then we just told him to go in there and do whatever, and he just blew it out of the park.
Yeah, he
and like
did.
after like he put it all together, I was like, Eric, that was the fucking coolest thing you could have done. Like my expectations were here for like it's gonna be like this, and it was just like bam. I'm like, it's my favorite song. It was so cool.
Pitch Black was.
Definitely different.
Just
It was
vocals
definitely
on it.
awesome listening
So
back
cool.
to that one.
Cool.
This kind of took my clown experience from Reapers and
Yeah.
just kind of acted demented.
Your
You know?
faces when you were recording that were awesome. I remember I was watching. I was like taking pictures of him. I was taking selfies while you were recording and stuff. I'm like, yeah, check his face out.
Hold up. I gotta take a selfie.
Yeah.
And then when he finished, I thought he was still in there, and then he came in and scared the fucking shit out of me.
I forgot about that.
We like to have fun. No matter where
I
we're
love
at.
scaring people. Just like hiding behind something and jumping out on
He
your
gets
friend.
me all
Oh,
the time.
it's the
Forward
best
point.
fucking. We go- In our house, there's like a little ledge you have to step up before you make like the right turn to go into the kitchen, and I'll hide like right behind the doorway. And, like Phil or his dad will come home, and I'll be like, Jesus fucking Christ, you just scared the shit out of me!
My
Oh my
heart like drops into my stomach when he gets me. He gets me so good.
And like they know the spot, so I have to get more creative now.
You come out of nowhere.
Another thing that I just thought about was like when you asked us about like one of the worst experiences.
Yeah.
We just played in New York, and like we drove 3 hours with all of us in like this tiny little pickup truck. But like there was like that night when we got there, we ended up camping out and everything. But Eric was like, "Dude, I don't feel so good," and he goes into the porta potty that was in there. So we're all waiting out there, and he comes out with his phone. And we're like, what are you doing? He's like, I took a picture, man. And he shows us a picture, and I was like, dude, I think you just shit an alien. And he's like, no, man, I threw up. And then he ended up, throwing up like 3 times before we played? And
Yeah,
like, 3
literally
times
before we
after?
played, I puked. We finished our last song. I shut my guitar off. I ran over to the porta potty and just upchucked again. I think it was the Dunkin' Donuts. Whoever works at the Dunkin' Donuts up in New York, you could go fuck yourself because you got me sick for 2 days. I had to play. I'm headbanging. I'm like, I'm gonna puke. I'm gonna puke. I'm gonna puke. And song's done. I'm out.
Oh God Almighty, that's awesome.
Here, Mike, feel this cold water.
Oh, the sunburn.
Ooh, I forgot about the sunburn.
Ripping the hair out, too.
I know. I'm just destroying it.
Not bad. You're
So
really kinky,
unforgivable.
man.
You got the first EP out of the way. Any plans for a second? Are you guys?
Full length.
Yeah,
We're right
CD.
now. At least a 10-song full length album. Now this one will do a bit more too than just like little like Walmart burned discs. I think this one will actually get like a whole like little cover art kind of deal and like hard cases. Like get on a little bit more of a professional basis with it.
Definitely.
While this is more still kind of like with Pitch Black, it's still kind of like the local band, kind of like it's up to download, and like we hand out like the little fucking Walmart burnt CDs of it, which it's the same thing essentially, but we want for the full length we're probably going to take like the more professional route, like an actual hard cases. Now with those we'll actually have to sell them because like that's going to cost a lot,
Right.
and
Yeah.
just because it's going to cost a lot, we want to at least make a little bit something back to go, which would go towards probably more production of the CDs. But we're writing for at least a 10-song full-length album. We got about 3 working on 4 songs now, and it's kind of cool because like our Pitch Black is a really dark album, like it has a real dark feel to it, and like our newer stuff has kind of more of like a kind of upbeat feel to it, but it's still like metal and shit, so it's kind of different. I was kind of thinking a cool idea to it be like how we were saying earlier, how like Mike's Mr. Good Guy and I'm like the evil guy, like split like the album. I was hoping for like more of a concept on life, and like maybe if it's like a 10-song like split, like the first 5 songs be like how we're right now, more like upbeat kind of on more happier tone, and then like the last 5 be like dark, wicked, like it's
Turn it around.
like
180.
and like maybe like maybe the first 4 songs have like the happy feel, the 5th song be an instrumental, like nice, soft, beautiful,
Into the
clean,
dark side.
Saxophone.
and then like just break into heavy, gnarly, grind, disgusting kind of sound, and then like 6 to 10 be like heavy and like because like that's where I would like take more of like my depression and anger and like throw that more into the lyrics more than like, well, it's not even too much like more happy lyrics, but more on like a emotional feel
Right.
like the first song we wrote with Mike. It's more of like kind of like a nostalgia kind of deal. Like it's like look at how time moves so fast. Like take your life for granted because you don't know when it's gonna end, and like what's after we die. Like, and the final part to the breakdown, the lyrics are to whom do I ask these questions when God don't fucking answer? Am I a fallen angel or is it close to my time? So it's like more on that, and like we just wrote another song, and it's kind of like a believe in yourself kind of feel, kind of like what you want to accomplish, you could accomplish as long as you put the effort. You know, it's in your hands. Like without a martyr, do it yourself. It's in your hands. Believe in yourself. You know, so it's like we're gonna went away a little bit away from like the more like angry, like I want to beat your fucking face and kind of lyrics. Kind of like how Wrong Turn was more on like kind of like a heart-to-heart kind of thing with our fans. Like the first couple songs will probably be more like that, and then like the last four will probably be like my pure aggression and like hatred towards fucking everything. Bring out like the more darker sense to it.
Awesome.
I had a cool
This goes on to like the question earlier about evolving and growing as a band, and you know, this is it. You know, this is like the next step for you guys.
Exactly.
Awesome, man. Awesome. Guys, next song I want to play, Excuses. What can you tell us about the tune?
Definitely our heaviest. One of our heaviest.
Little Ray.
Oh, fucking Ray. Excuses. I love the vocal swell at the end. I kind of do my noise where it's like a, and it just snaps real quick at the end. I don't know. I really like that part. It's more like a hardcore song than like our other stuff is more like metal hardcore. This is more on the hardcore field than like metal, and it's kind of more like breakdowny. I don't know. I dig it. It's definitely our heaviest track, and it seems like a lot of people more like throw down for that.
Cool. All right, listeners, check it out. Excuses from Without a Martyr. We will be right back. Cool.
How many viewers do you got now?
Let me see. I'm like half blind. 18,171 on the one station.
That's more than our fucking entire YouTube views combined.
Like I said, that's the one. The other one, Smashnet Radio, real small station out in Michigan. There might be, I don't know, 25, 50 listeners.
That's still.
It's the same thing with Lucia's station.
Even if that's even like 5 people dig us, that's 5 fans we have out in Michigan. Like I was talking to a girl today, and she was on my Facebook, and I was like, oh, she was going off. She's like, oh, I love metal and stuff like that. And I was like, oh, I'm like, here, do you want to check us out? And she was like, I've been listening to you guys for the longest time. And she's like in West Virginia. I never met the person, and it's like weird. We have like a fan over in Sweden, so it's like it's cool with like the internet because you never know who is listening or like where it's going.
When does your radio show start?
What?
Radio show, when does it start?
7.
Okay, great, thanks.
2.5 hours ago.
We've been here for a little while, too.
Oh, God, we started already? Oh, shit, I gotta go.
Oh, I thought we were just bullshitting.
Yeah.
So when's this thing start?
Yeah, but New Rigel, they're out in Jersey, and I know they have they probably about the same, you know, like maybe like around 20,000. They have like really good sponsors. Miller Lite. I know there's a Harley shop out there that sponsors them. So I mean, they got, you know, decent sponsors, and you got to have decent listenership to get sponsors like that.
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
My friend Miranda made that.
No, that's not your friend Miranda. That's Kristen too. That's gonna be your fuck buddy in a week or 2.
What is it?
It's a shoot.
And then you and her boyfriend could like argue with each other and.
So which is the one you guys close out with?
Pitch Black.
You
We usually close
Okay.
with Pitch Black.
we'll close out.
At the upcoming show, we're gonna be closing with excuses into Pitch Black, because the end part excuses is real slow,
Right.
and then Pitch Black is even slower. So it's just like
So
I just see pandemonium in my brain, and I feel like it's gonna become reality when we get on the stage.
this is small, right? Or a short song?
Yeah, it's only like a minute. and a
Yeah, it's
half.
just kind of okay. I just wanted to make sure that I burned it right, you know.
Yeah, it's just a little outro.
All right. Okay, here we go. Like,
If you were gonna play another song besides that, I would go with Slit the Throats.
Okay.
Just
Yeah,
Slit the Throats is
Excuses went up a lot.
yeah. If you want to do like an actual.
All right, gang, we're back without a martyr. Without a martyr. Something like that, right?
yeah, something like that.
Oh, guys. Oh, now a lot of things going on. You guys are busy, getting ready to do full length CD. You guys got it going on. You do. I seen you live. You got a lot of energy. You're young and you're full of potential. Really, you guys are.
Come on, man, you're making me blush. You didn't even take me out to dinner
I
yet.
think I got a tear.
No, in all seriousness, though, you guys kick ass, and you do. You got it
Thank
going
you.
on, and you're going in the right direction. You guys got your heads on straight, and I wish nothing but the best for you, man. And I want to see you guys in 10 years, back in my fucking attic here, You know,
Thank you, man.
that would be awesome, man. You guys are great. So again, you guys tell the listeners again about your upcoming shows.
We have June 28th at Sounds Asylum in Middletown, New York. July 20th, Reverb in Reading, Pennsylvania. Second stage at the All Stars Tour. Now the second stage is outside. August 3rd at Reverb in Reading, opening for the Great American Thrash. And we have a couple that aren't just solidified just yet.
All right, and where can the listeners find you again?
You can find us on Facebook.com. It was like mid-burp right there.
I got that
Facebook.com.
recorded, by the way.
Did you?
We do it over and over.
Facebook.com, YouTube.com, ReverbNation.com, Twitter.com, Instagram.com, and we have free downloads on Bandcamp.com. Just type our name in without a Martyr. Because a lot of times when we say martyr, people don't know how to spell it right, or they think, I don't know, they get the wrong name. Yeah, without a mother.
I got
They're
without
so
a
cute.
minor. That's a good one. Without a minor.
They're without a mother. They're all little orphan kids. That's so cute.
That's why they're so angry.
We should start a new style where we get the red curly hair like Orphan Annie.
Orphan Annie, yeah. Dude, there was a band back years ago here called Orphan Annie.
Really?
Yeah, no shit. Yeah.
That's awesome.
I don't know if they did the red hair thing. I don't know.
That's pretty
We could do
sweet.
without a coal miner. We could do that now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put the fucking coal shit on her faces.
Like Zoolander.
Hard hats with the lamp. Oh, guys. This has been fucking awesome. You guys
Hell
are
yeah, it is.
You guys are welcome back here anytime. I had a blast.
I would be here every week if it was up to
Right
me.
on here.
Yeah, right?
As long as we could sword fight with the swords. you
Yeah,
got
no
it.
shit. Yeah.
You fucking stab or something with that.
I've been
They're
eyeing
fucking-
those up like crazy. I want to sword fight
Look
so
at
bad.
look at the swords.
This is Suki.
You got to see him with the hair pulled back. He looks like he's Japanese.
Especially if I put it up on the top of the head.
Yeah,
the
the top
squinty
knot,
eyes.
right?
Yeah, he looks like the biggest burnout of the group, and he doesn't smoke. His eyes are always squinty.
Yeah, it's been like 2 years, so I'm good.
Mike, you got your Asian eyes there. You feeling good? Yeah, man, I'm just tired.
Awesome.
You didn't smoke? No, that's Eric and Phil. They're outside. Go find them.
Guys, I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me tonight.
Thank
Eric,
you.
No, thank
Mike,
you for
oh,
having
God.
us, man.
Awesome. Awesome.
Awesome times.
Last song I want to play, Pitch Black. Tell us about it.
Dark, heavy. It's usually our outro. We usually close with it. kind of like a little sick, maniacal clown laugh through it. It's supposed to be really creepy feel to it. It's a short one though. It's like 1 minute and 15 seconds long or so.
Exactly,
But
yeah, you know, man.
all right, I see it all the time.
All right, guys. Again, thank you. You're welcome
Thank
back
you.
anytime, man.
Thank you, man.
Yeah.
Thank you for having us.
Listeners, check it out. Pitch Black from Without a Martyr. We'll be right back.